Hey guys, it's Rachel. Welcome to Typology Corner. Today I'm going to talk about a mix kind of topic of finding freedom from shame and living from the heart as a type 2. How to come to a place of just knowing that you're enough at rest. I'm a type 2 and learning this has been hard but necessary. It's felt like going through the fire to begin to believe something new. It's been a process of resting in a new reality while everything in my soul is trying to tell me something different. And it's like dislodging lies kind of requires me to put myself in a position where I feel shame so I can realize that I shouldn't be ashamed. And that's been a journey that I've been on. Just a lot of personal growth over the last couple of months has been very deep, and I've taken a step back from regular content creation just because I feel like I've been incubating in my own development right now, navigating it. It's been painful. It's been testing. But yeah, I just want to share a bit of my journey around this and hope that it helps other people who are in the heart triad. Types 2, 3, and 4 all have the core struggle with the emotion of shame, identity, worth, value. Types in this triad get their sense of worth from somewhat building an identity. 2s do it by being helpful, living for a positive reaction from others that shows that they're appreciated, valued, or have value because of how they give and add value to other people's lives in a sense. So something as natural as that to a type 2 cannot always be healthy, or shame can still be buried underneath it. So like somewhat unplugging from that and just living at rest, a deeper level of rest, I begin to see what shame I still have been carrying. And it's been something to just like sit in that place and begin to affirm myself that I am enough, that I have value intrinsically apart from what I do for others. And I think it has been healthy for me to kind of break from, in some ways, in creating content, I know that I have an audience. I know that what I'm creating, I want it to be of value and to help you as the viewer. And as a type 2, that can and has been a bit of a trap for me, where I'm learning like a balance to always move at the pace of loving myself and not just falling into the pattern of helping, meeting my expectations of what I should give, or what I should, whatever kind of measure I've been measuring myself by, and realizing that that's not a place of me just intrinsically valuing myself, whenever my self-worth or self-esteem is attached to how I've shown up for other people. And yeah, so I want to be as honest as I can be, true to my heart in my expression, in my sharing, that I share my journey of healing, and that this be an overflow of what I'm learning and being able to coach and guide from a place of love for myself. And this is like peeling an onion in a sense. Like I don't think I've consciously been doing something not from love for myself, but it's just as I begin to see more, it's kind of the journey of the Enneagram is greater self-awareness, being able to see what's going on in my heart and to acknowledge it and see what is right action for growth in a particular season, and just navigating what does freedom look like for me. And that's a unique experience for each and every person, what that looks like. There's absolutely been times where freedom for me was beginning to share what's on the inside of me and starting this channel and beginning to do this type of work that I absolutely love and my heart is for. It's a very deep place in my heart to coach people through understanding themselves, seeing themselves more, loving themselves, growing, and all of this is dear to my heart. So just navigating, how do I grow into this more and what does it look like? That's been something I've been navigating. What does it look like to do this authentically and it not become something that I'm performing again? As a 2-wing 3, I have a lot of 3 qualities as well, 3 tendencies. And so, yeah, it's been interesting just breaking the shame in me, breaking needing outward validation, outward tracking of my value attached to something outside of myself. So yeah, what else to add? It's been an interesting journey, and I'm navigating what authentic expression looks like. And so that's what this video is about. Let's see what else to share. But yeah, learning to live from the heart has been hard. Because as a 2, I can so easily tune into other people so much that I am just suppressing what's real for me and am not even conscious of it. So it's been just like tuning in, being still, letting myself feel what I feel and not pushing it down, reframing what I feel, and beginning to really hear what my heart is actually saying, beginning to value my own experience, and really get to see my unconscious beliefs about myself. I noticed that I valued myself for certain standards, for certain expression, for saying things a certain way, being polished, not making a verbal mistake. I talked about this on my other channel, just like forgiving myself for holding myself to standards that was less than love towards myself. But yeah, that's something I've been just realizing, that I've been being very hard on myself. And yeah, I just had to kind of see how attached I was to my performance, to my consistency, whether I hit my goals for the day, whether I showed up for people in a reasonable time. And a lot of my standards on myself were so specific that I considered myself failing because I made the goals so specific, like almost like, for example, if I don't finish this by 2 o'clock and I finish it at 3, man, you missed it. Like if you just keep making everything that specific, it's nothing wrong to have real goals that you can reach that stretch you. But I'm more so trying to highlight how my value was attached to the execution of said things, that I didn't like myself when I didn't. I felt ashamed. I felt like I wanted to hide. It's that hiding thing that's been being revealed to me, how much my soul has wanted to hide in certain situations where I get around just people that I feel I'm not enough to be around, or I have to perform to be around them, and really I've seen the more that I've come more in alignment with people who could walk with me, encourage me, or just people that I'm meant to be real with, I begin to realize how much my soul is wanting to hide and like shift the focus off of me onto the other person. I'm really good at tuning into other people. I love that. It's part of my gifting. It's a part of coaching and being able to really listen and hear people and see their journeys and see where they are, and to like get clarity concerning them and to share that clarity, to share what I'm seeing and stuff. Like, I absolutely love that. But as a 2, it's been easy to avoid expression, to avoid sharing what's vulnerable, sharing what's real, sharing what I care about, sharing my passion, sharing my direction, sharing my goals, sharing my direction, sharing, just what is real for me. And I carried a sense of shame around whether I felt that I was successful in those areas. That it's that sense of like, I want to get it all together and then present that what I'm doing is meant for me because I'm successful. And what I've noticed is people don't connect with me or with what I'm doing in my vision. I'm not able to communicate my vision because it's so attached to their reaction to it that I'm like, oh, I'm apprehensive instead of just sharing my heart, because my value has been attached to needing to prove something, to prove the value of the work that I'm doing, the value of my vision, the value of my goals, I'll use a monetary amount. Like if you're in sales, it's like, look, I have a lot of sales, so here's proof that what I'm doing is good. But getting sales is connecting with people about what you're doing, about your vision, about why you're doing it, that they see the value in what you're doing. So I need to not have my value attached to them positively reacting and purchasing, buying into, subscribing, whatever that is. It could be subscribing to content. People, it's that tendency to only want to talk to people about what I value if they value it and show me some type of outward expression of enthusiasm around said subject. And then it's like, oh, now I can share it. As a visionary or as a person wanting to birth something and do just the work that's in my heart, I felt that what I love has become a grind that I felt like I don't want to do what I love to do. And that's something I had to face. Like, why does what I love feel this bad? What's going on in my soul? What am I trying to control? So it's almost like being worn out from being very controlling of a lot of variables, trying to control what people think of me, trying to control the reactions I get, trying to control not getting negative feedback, negative reactions, putting an expectation on every person I interact with. And then that puts you in this place of, oh, I'm wrong because I got a bad reaction. See, like I'm putting my worth and value in the hands of every person I approach and checking in with them and like reading them. I don't know if other twos can relate, but this is something I've been absolutely trapped in. And I've gone through layers and layers and layers of this where I'm like, okay, I got past a lot. I've grown. And then like I get a new view of like, whoa, this is still there in a different way. And it's been pretty gut wrenching to like begin to break this stuff and share because I value something. Share because it's something that's real for me, that's meaningful for my direction in life. And yeah. To value the platforms that I have for the sake of my own expression and not just only being motivated when I can see that somebody needs what I have. Like generally, I would express what I value only if somebody else blatantly needed it, wanted it, and expressed that desire strongly. Then it's like, okay. So that's not really living my purpose. It's a demand being put on, I'll use the word, my gift, and me seeing that and going, like, having compassion in that moment. But that bumps into the fact that I've like resolved to hide. So it's like coming out of hiding because I saw a need. And then it's like, okay, I did the thing that I was called to do in that moment. But that's very different than living free and actively expressing from the heart and living at the pace of my own experience and valuing my emotions, valuing my thoughts, my creativity. A big thing for type 2s in health go to type 4. And that is so true that like what's in my heart is to create and to speak and to see something and bring it forth, manifest it. And every part of my life, like these instruments, I'm a musician, and something I am exploring, and it's like, it's borderline daunting, but it's in light of what's breaking in me. I know as I begin to value my own creative flow enough to value my voice apart from reactions, as I begin to break down those type 2 patterns, it sets me free to be the type 4 that I always was, that free spirit that a type 2 is. When they're free, the creativity, they're just pure creativity in a sense. They get to flow in that. And I can sense that within myself since I was very young, just raw creativity. But as a type 2, it's locked down. It's conditional. It's seeking permission from people in order to be creative. And it is shaping its creativity to fit the assumptions it has of what people value and want. So it's no longer creative. It's been filtered into people pleasing. And that runs so deep, so deep in a type 2. Others can relate. I do have a lot of knowledge of the Enneagram. I know this to be true for type 2s, but I'm speaking for myself. It runs so deep. And I'm getting hope. I'm seeing it be uprooted, and it's draining being healed. Like, more so, I need a lot of rest. I think I've needed rest from the things I was doing to have value. And if I discern that was the root, in some way I was entangled in it too much, I'd have to loosen from that. And I'd feel it's been painful to my soul to not create content for the last couple months because I felt that I should. I felt that I owed it to the audience. I've letting people down, like all that sort of stuff that's built up. It's really my expectations on myself and the ways that I feel that I'm valuable, the things I'm doing that benefit other people. And that then to pull back from that, I could see my shame. I could see my apprehension and judgment towards myself, that I had such standards on myself that were rooted in shame. It's like, I'm not ashamed of myself when I am this. So, Rachel, you were right here. So you need to start the video over and do it again. Like, it's that. This is the line in which I'm not ashamed of myself. But where's the real me? Right here. Which is really a place of rest. Not that this is lower than this. This is anxiety. This is striving. This is up here. And rest is my natural state of being, which is the creative me, the type 4 in me. So yeah, I've been seeing the amount of control, the negative side 8 stuff in me. There's healthy, the beautiful picture is redemption of what you're attached to. I'm a 2 attached to 8 and 4, and there's the redemption of both is having the positive qualities of 8, the positive qualities of 4, and the positive qualities of 2. But being rooted in 2, you're going into stressful negative 8 side and negative 4 side too. So yeah. So the biggest thing has been having to let go of control, manipulation. The biggest thing. I've been manipulating perception through suppression, through repression of myself, of my own emotions, of sharing my own experience, and living true to myself. I've been struggling to value my authentic expression. So I realize, like, I know I love content creation. Like, this is my heart, like speaking in all forms, in writing music and coaching and just being present with people and sharing my insights, helping people see themselves, all of this, business. I love business. I love helping other people, bringing something of value to people and being a solution. By the way, I have 4 YouTube channels. They're all linked on this page at the bottom. If you go to the channel, you can see my main channel, Rachel Castile Music. This is Typology Corner. And then Live Good Team Dynasty is my marketing business. So yeah, all of these are pieces of who I am, and this is what I want to do with my life. And I've been struggling with just my value. So, so beautiful. It's like, it's the renewing of the mind. I've been choosing to experientially put myself in the position in which I am ashamed, to break from shame, and to rest, and to stay in rest, and to know that my value is intrinsic. And when the heart knows that, it knows its value. It just shares itself. That's health for type 2s. That's health for the heart triad in general. We just have different strategies we have to break out of. That is somewhat the cause of not getting acquainted with our innate value, because we're running from what we fear is that we're not valuable. So we're creating our own sense of value through a strategy. And the more you detach from it, the scarier it gets, because it just feels like all you're going to do is just fall into the shame. Like it's an abyss that you can't get out of, and it feels that way. But that's just something I'm just letting those emotions pass, letting me become conscious of them. And then telling my soul it's not true, and like affirming over myself. Like literally affirmations are so real. The more you speak to your conscious mind, it begins to change what you subconsciously believe. What you subconsciously believe is controlling your life. It is truth to you. Even though you wouldn't want to admit it out loud, whether you can see it or not, it's like a written code into your soul. And affirmations of the truth has helped me to renew my mind to the point that my subconscious begins to know something different in the face of the emotion of shame. And I find avenues of just expressing it to someone that I feel safe with, that I know I can trust, and that it doesn't just further the problem, but it becomes a place of light for me to see the lie of what I've been believing about myself. And I'm an Uber driver, Monday through Friday. That's my day job. That's what I do. in the mornings. And man, it has been light. Like I see myself startlingly, like to the point that sometimes I've wanted to crawl out the car and like I've wanted to quit and try to shift myself into doing something else. And I realize it's me wanting to hide, that I feel so exposed in a positive way, going through getting out of the performance, not performing in my conversations with people, and being able to like just maybe 20, 15 people a day that I get to see if I was real with them or if I wasn't, or if I started performing. Like it's been a light on me at a level that it's like, if I want this light to turn off, I can shut it off. I can turn the app off and I can go home. And I've had days where I'm like, I didn't want to drive for like multiple days. And I realize there's something in me that's breaking. And this is the path that is designed for me to be free from this if I participate and yield to the process of it. And that's how I've seen it's been a path of the undoing. And I have total free will to like get in the fire and be purified and cleansed. And man, it sure is great when I can see the fruit of it. When it almost seems like, am I growing? Is this growth? And it is, like, because I've avoided feeling what I've been feeling for so long. Therefore, it's just, I become delusional that, oh, I'm good. I don't have that. It's very easy for me to do. So I've been in a journey of fully experiencing my subconscious that is becoming conscious. And that's been a lot to experience. But then I can do the work and go in there and do the gardening in it. And it's beginning to clean up. And I'm beginning to see that it is actually possible to speak from a real place on my channels and create content. And that's given me hope, because this is actually my greatest joy. Like, typology, there's a reason I've created Typology Corner, because this has been my absolute obsession for like more than 10 years. But it triggered my shame to share what I value publicly. Therefore, I became a perfectionist in the expression to not fall into the shame on camera, because I'd be ashamed. So there's hope. There's hope. That's what I'm saying to you as I experience my own hope. And there's freedom. It's possible to live the life that you're really meant to live. A complete rest and love for yourself, that it just becomes an overflow of self-love. So I think that is it for this video. And I'll make videos when I feel the inspiration to do so. And that's something I have to tell myself to stay true to. And I know the more I honor who I am and where I am, the more I'll grow, and the better quality substance I'm able to give in the content I create. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bless you. I hope this has helped you. If you'd like personal coaching, help in knowing your type, Enneagram coaching, or just life coaching in general, just time to process all of it, my website is typologycorner.com. Links is in the description. You can book a free consultation with me, and we can talk through what it is that you'd like to accomplish and lay out the best plan that will work for you. And yeah, I'd love to meet with you. I'd love to help you. This is a complete joy for me. It's so fulfilling. I know this is what I'm gifted, called to do. It's incredible to watch people blossom and have breakthrough and realizations, and just being able to be real. I've needed that so much, and it's my heart to provide that for others. So feel free to book a session with me to discover your type, to get Enneagram specific coaching based on your type, or just life coaching in times just to process what it is that's going on in your life, and just to see clearer and to navigate what is alignment, what does health, healing look like for you. I'd love to help you with that. On my website, you can book a session within the time slots that I have available, and meet with me on Zoom. And yeah, so just so you know, that's available to you. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more content. Like the video if you got value out of it. I really appreciate your feedback. It's really great knowing that the video touched you in some way. Leave a comment if you have a question or just anything you'd like to say. I'd love to hear from you guys. And I will see y'all on the next one.